The Settings tab, I'm going to have to ask you to just go through very carefully and slowly and make the settings the way you need them to be set. Basic is just kind of the basic settings. You're going to want to add a little description of what it is that your blog does, and then just read down below the other links to this and choose yes or no and toggle the setting that you want. Don't worry too much about choosing the wrong thing, because you can come back and change this anytime. So if you set it for one thing and you don't like the way it's set up, you can come back and change it later. Some areas where it's going to be very important that you're very careful with is the formatting functions, how it is that you want it to be set up, the comments, how you want comments to be added to it, or if you even want comments added to your blog, and then finally permissions. Who are you going to allow to see your blog? If you really want this open to all students and parents, guardians, other teachers, you're going to want to set the permissions so that anybody can see it. You're not going to be putting anything here that is shameful, so make sure that it's open for everybody so that you can really be sharing information. So read through all these carefully, choose them how they best suit your personal needs, and if they don't work out for you, you can come back and change them so that they do suit your needs. Alright, so now you're ready to start adding information to your blog. To add information to your blog, you're going to go to the Postings tab, and it's going to automatically go to New Post. You're going to add a title where it says Title. After that, the big area is where you're going to type in all your information. You're going to type it in, this is what we did in class today, or this is what the assignment is, this is an activity I've done, whatever your blog is about, this is where you're going to put that information. The things that you can do in the posts are listed here. They're very, very easy to handle. The things that you're familiar with. You can change the font type. You can change the text size. You can bold the text. You can italicize the text. You can change the text color. You can add a hyperlink so that you can, when the person clicks on those words, it'll take them to another web page. You can realign the text to the left alignment, center alignment, right alignment, or justification. You can have a list of items numbered. You can have a list of items bulleted, or you can add block quotes. When you're all done, you can also spell check. When you do the spell checking, it will highlight the words that are misspelled, and if you right click it, it will give you a list of words to choose from. Or you can just type over it and correct the misspelled word. You can also add video and photos to a post. There was that option to add the gadget to the right side, or wherever it is that you've got them on your blog. It could be the left as well. You can add video there, but you can also add video and add photos to a post by choosing the photo button or the video button. The eraser is going to allow you to take off some formatting. Now you also notice that there's an Edit HTML tab and a Compose tab. You're probably going to want to work in the Compose function. Again, you can work in the Edit HTML. It's going to be very similar, but it's going to allow you to change code. And if you don't know HTML code, you don't need to be doing that. Now I need to apologize here in that this is a PC function here. This is a view from a PC. If you're working from a Mac, it's going to look a little different, and it's not going to have all the same functions. My apologies to Mac users. I'm not familiar with Mac enough to be able to help you with exactly what's going on there. Most of the stuff is the same. Some of the things are just missing. When you're done with your post, you're going to either say Save Now, which is just going to save it, but it's not going to put it onto the blog itself. Say you're only half done typing up your stuff, or you're going to say Publish. If you say Publish, it's going to make it active, and it's going to put it out there for everybody to see, and it's going to take you to this page. When it goes to this page, this is just the verification page saying you have published your post. Let's assume now that you've decided that you needed to add something to a post that you've already got published, or that you have a post that you saved but didn't publish yet. You weren't quite done adding it. You're going to find that, or you're going to be able to make those changes by going into Edit Posts. And what it'll do is it'll give you a list of all the posts that you've either published or you've saved. You then choose that post, and it's going to bring you back to that previous screen where you had all the typing functions and the editing functions. and you're going to go ahead and finish up that post, or you're going to make the changes to the post, whatever you need to do. When you're done, you're going to have that same choice to either save now or publish post. Save now is going to leave it as it was before, but it's going to save the changes so that you can come and make more changes later. Publish post is going to put those changes and make them live on your blog. You can still come back and make changes to it, but however you've got it typed up now is going to appear on the blog for people to see. So you'll choose Save Now or Publish Post depending on what it is that you're doing. That is how the Edit Post function works. The next tab over there is Comment Moderation. Depending on how you've got your blog set up, this may or may not be a tool that you'll use. If you have the function where people can add comments to your blog or to your posts, this is where the moderation is going to happen. You may have set that you have to approve any comments before they're posted onto the blog. So somebody maybe said, oh, this is the dumbest assignment that I've ever seen, or this is a really great assignment, or where do I find the information for such and such? And then that would come into this function here, and you would then approve, say, oh yes, post that, or don't post that, or do post that, delete that. Comment moderation would happen in that function there. You may or may not even have comments. If you don't activate comments, this tool is not one that you will necessarily use. So that's it. I know the setup time takes a lot of work. It takes some time to get it all set up, but once it's done, a blog is a very, very useful tool. And the best way to make it even more useful is that you update the blog frequently. It only takes a few minutes. Even if you add just a couple sentences explaining kind of what it is that you're doing or what is expected, updating the blog is going to encourage people to come and see the blog. If parents come on the blog and see that it hasn't been changed, they stop going to the blog. But if it's changed every time they go, the parents and students will go there on a frequent basis so that they can get an idea of exactly what's going on. Same thing with your peers. If you've got a blog that's set up for other teachers, if they get on there and they see that you've added new things, they're more likely to go on and see it again and again and again. So change your blog frequently so that you can encourage people to keep coming back to your blog. So that is how you set up a blog. It's really easy once you get it going, and it's a very useful tool for getting information from your classroom out to everybody else.